A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 14, 12 to 14. He said also to the one who had invited him, "When you give a luncheon or a dinner, do not invite your friends or your brothers or your relatives or rich neighbors, in case they may invite you in return, and you would be repaid. But when you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, and the blind, and you will be blessed, because they cannot repay you, for you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous." The Gospel of the Lord. Dear friends, Jesus has been doing his mission from Nazareth to Jerusalem, and on the way he has been visiting from village to village and town to town, and finally he will reach the capital Jerusalem. That is how his itinerant mission. And he is also invited for a lunch or for a dinner with his 12 apostles and some women with him. So in this way, he has been also enjoying the food of others with his apostles and disciples. That we can see how people have been also generous to Jesus. So he has been also enjoying that. So today he has been invited by a rich person, and as he is having the meals, so he tells the person who has invited him, so he tells him that whenever you invite for lunch or dinner, then invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, because they cannot repay you. Even if they cannot repay you, but you will get the reward in heaven, in resurrection, in the life after of the righteousness, because you are righteous, you are merciful, you are just. So you will receive that reward in heaven. And that's how Jesus is telling the host who invited him. And suppose you just invite your brothers or sisters or your relatives or friends or your rich neighbors, then in return they will invite you and they will repay you. But these poor people, poor and crippled and lame and blind, they don't have, they are not rich, and that's why they will not invite you, but they will enjoy your food. But that enjoyment, that reward will be given by God to you, because you have done something good to these poor people. That's why Jesus says, whatever you did to the least of these people, you have done to me. So in that way, they will be rewarded in heaven. Even if they are not rewarded on earth, they will be rewarded in heaven. That is how Jesus is telling his host. So we are now and then invited by our relatives, guests, friends. So we need not hope for the return. We do our best, and also they will do their best. So in that way only the Catholic Church tries to help the poorest of the poor, like Mother Teresa congregation, taking care of the poorest of the poor, or the Vincentians who took care